Final 8 at stake tomorrow, and it's launched forward by Hannah Sawan. And the second touch of the game is for the goalkeeper for Chicago, Sophia Sasaki. Right to the left. Annabelle Edwards out there on the left side with Mary Stewart-Kerrigan, and forward by the center back, Hadley Hagwell. And there's Cameron Baxton Grimes. It's tackled away. Suarez forward. And again on the grass, it kind of slows down, but out of play.
And you mentioned Mary Stewart-Kerrigan for U Chicago's tied now for the lead for this Maroon side in goals. Right behind her, Dear Naylor. Both of them with 8. 4 of them from Naylor came from last weekend. Absolutely on fire.
An incredible weekend for Naylor. She had 4 games this season coming into it. She scored 4 goals in the 2 games and passed up a hat trick at the end of the game to tee up Annabelle Edwards for the game's sealing goal. Here's Ella Cho, but it's taken away by Cardenas. Gabriella Jensen. She was the UAA Defensive Player of the Week last season after her performance in the back line in the regional round. Lane Kohler, the right back. Nudged off the ball there by Kira Hazard, the hero, the Olympico overtime score against Trinity. And first cross of the game comes in, headed away by Hagwell. Further cleared, and there's an effort coming there from French, I believe it was.
Long range effort. Didn't really have a chance. Was hooking away from goal that whole time. Good to see a first shot. You never know, especially here. A little bit windy, not as much as last weekend, but Lynn can play tricks with that ball.
Tessa French, the transfer from Division I Boise State. At an all-conference first teamer in the SCIAC. Plenty of all-conference players on both teams on the field. Hagwell taps it out of play under pressure from Suarez. He mentioned started every game this season, back-to-back all-conference first team honors in the SCIAC. Jamie Wynn, another all-conference first-team player, gets it forward. Lutheran still applying the pressure, and the Maroons struggling to get it clear. There's Naylor, stuck in a crowd of purple. And covering there is Stephanie Hackett, the newcomer of the year in the SCIAC. That's run out of play as Hazard was trying to play it up the line.
Nice little behind the back heel flick from Hackett to try to move that ball forward. Couldn't keep it in.
Tackle there from Sawan, but it's quickly won back by Kohler. There's Naylor, the aforementioned, needless to say, the UAA Offensive Player of the Week last week. Dira Naylor.
Yeah, her and Wynn in that midfield for the Maroons, just so key for this U Chicago side, bouncing and winning back possession, and then with Naylor on the big runs.
Chicago trying to mount their first attack. There's Kerrigan, Mary Stewart-Kerrigan able to win the ball there. Here's Harrison Caldwell. Kerrigan has got a couple of players in the box there, looking for Cho at the back post. It's a good defensive header away by Hazard. Here's Cho, 1-on-2. Trying to dig out a cross. It's played in low, and it's going to come loose of the box here. Naylor had an opportunity at it for a moment, but it was a nice play there by Evenson defensively and allowing the Eagles to clear their lines.
We saw a very similar run from Naylor last weekend where she was able to score a goal, running across just the outside of that box and took the shot. That time got closed down. If you're the Regals, you have to be very aware of Naylor's goal-scoring presence.
Cameron Braxton Grimes, that was picked away there by Hannah Games. Other players started all 22 games that team leader in minutes as that's launched into the box. It's Kelsey Slaw, who Dawson wasn't sure we were going to see her in to start this game.
Yeah, got hurt early last weekend. Able to come back. Glad to see her back. She's a very, very good goalkeeper for this Regal side. Very key in their defense.
Oh, a nice sliding challenge. Stay a bit of intent there by the sophomore, Kira Hazard. Concedes the game's first corner. Ella Cho is going to take it quickly. Edwards cutting it onto her left and sliding over to make the block. It was one of the Regals win. A degree of difficulty on that shot.
Yeah, just got under the ball. Couldn't put enough power through it. Popped it in the air. It's really easy for Slaw to come up and catch that one.
Show. Win trying to spark another attack way too far up ahead of Cameron Braxton Grimes. Braxton Grimes, all conference honorable mention, 5 goals this season. Looks like she's leading the line here for Chicago. Evenson on the wing. Got a lot of work to do here, Evenson, against Hagwell. Hagwell's got it covered. Good defending. Hadley Hagwell, the first year from Sammamish, Washington.
Anna Evenson leads this Regals team in assists on that outside. Very deadly passer for the Regals. Started in 28 games this season.
Cardenas takes the ball away. Working on Kohler. Show goes over to help out. Not much that Cardenas could do there. She does well there to win a corner. Excellent work there by only Cardenas.
She got trapped there in the corner, and in fact, she was able to win the corner. Big play from her. Gives her Regals an opportunity on the attack now.
This is going to be Evenson to take it for the Regals. Headed away by Kohler. And struck over the bar by Hackett.
Hackett able to get to that second ball after 2 Chicago heads got up there and headed it away. Had an opportunity, a lot of space right around the penalty spot, but just couldn't guide it down, just got a little bit under it.
Braxton Grimes, they're unable to turn past games. Jensen covering the space against Sprouse. Jensen stuck in the corner. Cardenas with the interception. He's taking the ball away a few times, Cardenas. Cross, mishit.
This press from the Regals has been really effective so far. They've been able to limit Chicago breaking away when they win the ball back and can win it back high upfield. Haven't been able to convert it into many chances yet, but if it keeps going the way like it is right now, it's not looking great for Chicago. Hopefully they can break out of this press and get going.
Evenson wins the ball, and again the press pays off, and Evenson digs out across the direction of Suarez. It's going to fall in the box momentarily. Jensen clears it to Cho. Yeah, it's got a bunch of second balls loose in the box there, Dawson. It's going to eventually result in trouble.
Yeah, but this Chicago side, very experienced, have played great opponents all season. Just need to get maybe a little bit of nerves playing a factor early in this one. Still only 10 minutes into this game. Yep. They've started slow the last 2 games as well, and then in that second half, they've been able to explode.
They fell behind against Wisconsin Lacrosse to the second round before coming back to win 3-1. Harrison Caldwell. Try it out wide with Hagwell. Vision there for Naylor, trying to spark an attack. Backtracking to retrieve it, Edwards. Naylor's got past 3 Regals here, got another to contend with. 1-on-2 and still going. Naylor into the box. Hit by Stuart Kerrigan. First save of the game, I believe, there from Slaw. Kerrigan kind of off balance there with the left foot. Not a ton she could do. All-conference first-team player, Mary Stuart Kerrigan.
And there's Naylor with the run. That's what she can do from that playing an attacking midfield position in front of that defensive line, able to get through three on the overlap run. Just Kerrigan, you said it, a little off balance, just couldn't get power to really test Slaw.
Block put it there. That was by Regals, and it's cross into the box. Bryn McMahon, senior from San Jose. The dispossession with the cross hit. Picked up there. No problem for Sasaki. No let up in the press, though, here for the Regals. Harrison Caldwell in the midfield. Jensen. Oh, looking for Cho. An ambitious pass. Cho against Hazard. Sliding challenge. And a corner. Referee indicating that Hazard got the ball. A risky challenge. That's not the first time that Hazard has gone to ground. Very risky challenge.
Two really good challenges from Hazard. That one, the best of the two so far, in the box. You have to be exact when you're in the box making that type of challenge, and she was. She got the ball and knocked it away.
Just got enough of it there. Edwards going to take this corner. Annabelle Edwards, there's a crowd of white shirts, and it's cleared off the line. Evenson with a goal line clearance.
And look, that looked like Kerrigan that got ahead to it. Tied for the leading goal scorer for this Maroon side. It was a great cross, great ball in. Found Kerrigan and put it right where she had to put it. Was able to beat Saul, the goalkeeper, but that defender on the near post. Great job to get that one cleared.
Edwards, another chance to cross. Another pretty good cross there. Hazard deals with it. Sprouse looking for that. Jensen defending. Was hooked forward nicely there by Cardenas. Hazard steps in. Taken back by Harrison Caldwell. Jensen looking for Cho again. Cho this time contending with Games. Away by Cardenas, just in front of Kerrigan. Win. Miscommunicates with Harrison Caldwell. Cho keeps it. Oh, then won by Hackett. Jensen does well to step up. And whacked toward the bench by French.
Now Cho really on the near side towards us. Multiple runs down this near side to get open and have some great opportunities at a cross. If you're the Regals, got to be wary of her.
There's Naylor. And another chance for Cho if she can get to it.
It's the right idea from Naylor. Cho had so much space out in front of her, just couldn't find it.
It's a switch of play from left to right that's resulted in a couple of near opportunities.
It's a very narrow defense from this Regal side. They commit heavily to one side. I mean, you see it right now. Look how much space is on from the midfield all the way to that other sideline. It's a lot of space. The switch is there for the Maroons.
This time it's Kerrigan on the left side who would have an opportunity to be played into space. Quarter of an hour gone. Biggest moment, that goal line clearance from Evenson from the corner kick. Kohler with a strong challenge. He got an arm there on Suarez, and a chance to cross from a set piece for the Eagles.
Good header from Suarez to just knock that past Kohler and draw the free kick here.
And Sawad, who scored the SCIAC championship winning goal against Pomona Pitzer, is going to take this free kick. Got a long way to launch this. Toward the penalty spot. Headed downward. Free kick given in favor of Chicago.
Yeah, there was a push from one of the Regals into the back of a Maroon. Couldn't really see from who, but the referee saw it. To go back to the Maroons' way.
Fairly even, you would say, on balance, no? So far this game?
Absolutely. Both sides have had their opportunities up and down the field. It's been very close. Chicago probably with the best one on that corner. They've really settled into this game after really a sloppy opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think credit Lutheran, though, for their press and for taking the ball away time after time in the opening 10 minutes.
And that press is still causing problems. The Maroons able to break it right there, but finding a little bit of difficulty.
Naylor, and there's a tackle by French. Harrison Caldwell forward. Here's Edwards. Kerrigan in the middle. Braxton Grimes in the middle. Oh, this is Naylor. Cleared by Bryn McMahon.
There's Naylor again in the box, winning the ball back. Just hasn't been able to get a shot away.
McMahon and Games, the center backs for Cal Lutheran, had to deal with a few crosses to this point. It's like Hazard on the left and French at right back. Kohler, Jensen, and Hagwell. Back three for Chicago. Cho skips past Suarez and picked up by Harrison Caldwell in space. Edwards to the left. Four white shirts in the box for Annabelle Edwards. Blocked. French gets out there and stops the cross.
And Harrison Caldwell in that midfield, running up, making a lot of plays, has really come alive here in the last couple of minutes. Her and Wynn are going to be so key in this game, really in a defensive midfielder role, but they have the freedom to get forward and create runs and create passes. We've seen Wynn do it in the opening couple minutes, and there's Caldwell doing the same.
Yeah, trying to link up with Naylor as well, playing in front of them. And now another chance for the Eagles to completely clear their lines here with the throw in the attacking half. Wynn takes the ball away and then gets yanked back by Hackett.
Yeah, great skill from Wynn to just even get out of that situation on that sideline draw, the foul. He was able to break free.
One of the first team selections, Jamie Wynn for Chicago. Another long diagonal headed away by French. Hagwell. Wynn, good first touch pass. Edwards, give and go. Wynn, 1-on-2 now. Braxton Grimes help it out. There's Wynn. Wynn putting a dangerous ball in. Cho is there. Still Ella Cho. It's loose. Ella Cho with Naylor. It's Ella Cho. And Chicago lead.
Ella Cho, way to just stick with it. Ball bouncing between a bunch of different players. You can see the Cal Lutheran Regals talking to the referee. They wanted a foul in the box. Wasn't given, and Cho really inverted from her defensive fullback position all the way into the box, just stuck with it time and time again, was able to get a shot away, and was just accurate enough to bury it with Slaw out of her position.
Second goal of the season for the junior from New York City. Well, for a moment, she might try and slide it across to Naylor. Might have given the Regals a chance to recover defensively, so instead, just flashed it into the top of the net with Slaw still trying to get up off the ground. Hagwell defending right after the kickoff. Jensen away by Naylor. Suarez knocks it down. Had a foul is given there. Hackett, I think, called for the foul, and she was the one that fell down. Or maybe just concerned, stop and play, see if she's okay.
I think it's a dead ball because it looked like that one hit her up high, maybe in the head, and she went to the ground. There's a little bit of concern for her.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it was a foul, but she's going to be asked to leave the field for a moment. I think there by the referee. And coming on, it's going to be Elena Baltazar. Make it her 21st substitute appearance of the season. Junior from Bakersfield, California. Baltazar had an assist in both games last weekend for Cal Lutheran. Yeah, it's going to restart here with the drop ball to Chicago.
Baltazar, 2 goals, 2 assists overall so far this season. Hasn't started a game, but this is her 20th appearance.
Chicago playing from the back here. It's like trying to draw the Regals up the field in their press. Edwards, Chicago have had the most success from either wing so far. French way up from her right back position to deflect that out.
It's a very high defensive line from this Cal Lutheran side. They're all the way up the field, almost at midfield when Chicago was playing out from the back.
Jensen. Hagwell. In the back three, not afraid to get forward as the wind goes back to cover. Harrison Caldwell. And a shirt pull there by McMahon on Kerrigan. Mary Stewart Kerrigan, all-conference first team this season. She's got 3 total all-conference honors. The senior from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, had 8 goals this season. That's 23 in white. And if it wasn't for what Naylor did last weekend, she might be the player we would focus on.
Yeah, exactly. 23 has been just the absolute offensive piece during the regular season for this Maroon side. And then Naylor coming out of nowhere last weekend. Incredible, incredible. But, I mean, they've been playing off each other during this tournament. Leading goal scorer in this sectional with
and
9 goals.
Jensen, overhead kick. Braxton Grimes trying to go for the goal of the tournament. Think she was trying to shoot there?
It was a really desperate shot. I don't know how much chance she had. Put a lot of power on it like she was trying to shoot it.
Good to see Hackett there come back on. And I think 17, Sawyer Fry, who's appeared in every game this season. First year coming on as well. French chased by Kerrigan here. Falls down but gets it away. There is Fry, straight into the action. Fry. Bouncing ball headed by Wynn. Harrison Caldwell trying to control. She falls down. Gardenas is there. Hackett is there. It's Hazard. Hazard will have a go. I know, she scored a game-winning Olympico last weekend. Probably has license to shoot from wherever she wants now.
Yeah, had the space for a shot, was able to get it away. Had a lot of power on it, just got under it again.
Mackenzie Toomey on for Chicago, and actually right there comes on 23. I mentioned earlier, Baltazar. When Toomey came on last Sunday, Chicago switched from a back 3 to a back 4. I'm not sure if that's the case now. There's Toomey, intercepted by Fry. Naylor wins it back straight away. And then does Fry. Kerrigan. Naylor turns away from a couple of Regals and settles it all the way back for Sasaki. Harrison Caldwell able to keep it away from Sawan just about. Hagwell's on the right now. Jensen, middle center back. Toomey on the left. Kohler came off. That's Toomey. Kerrigan wouldn't be able to turn. Braxton Grimes. And shielded well there by Sprouse.
And again, this Cal Lutheran high press, all 11 or all 10 outfield purple shirts in their own attacking half when they're on defense. It's such a high line. They've been able to win the ball back so many times with this high press.
Yeah, most of the game, even with Chicago in possession, I think the majority has taken place in this half of the field.
Yeah, when the Maroons break the press, though, they go.
Bearing the brunt of that just now was French. She's okay, and it is free kick at the end of that. And yeah, you don't see this all the time. A team gets a free kick right in front of the halfway line, and everybody goes forward. To what you were saying, a high defensive line. This could fall here in the box. Toomey shielding the ball away from Hackett. Sasaki able to gather.
Such an important shield from Toomey to get there in front. Allowed Sasaki to come out. Was a little bit hesitant, Sasaki. Kind of allowed that ball over the top. Thought she had more of an opportunity to come out earlier, but decided to let it bounce in.
Baltazar was the other player for the Regals, hoping to have a crack at that. Chicago don't appear to be uncomfortable playing out from the back. Hagwell. Just going to run on to this. It's just going to be cleared by Bryn McMahon. Bryn McMahon, whose sister was eliminated last Sunday by Chicago. She plays for UW Lacrosse.
I mentioned that UW Lacrosse side eliminated by this U Chicago team. That was the best offensive team in the country. Was only able to get one goal against this Maroons side. It shows just how strong defensively the Maroons are.
Brian Kaneko, senior from Hawaii. Player just coming on for the Regals, and it's Kaneko. Trying to run onto that. Toomey gets there first. And then Sasaki closed down by Kaneko.
That was a little bit too close to call for Sasaki, but was able to get it away.
And Kaneko hasn't scored this season, but straight away, nearly had a chance there. It's Kate Bruntlett coming on for the Maroons. First year from Santa Rosa, California. She has 6 goals this season, Bruntlett. 5 of them came in the first 4 games.
She got close a couple of times last weekend. Wasn't able to put one in.
Yeah, she's playing up top here. Looks like where Braxton Grimes had been. Edwards able to take that under control. We've seen a few balls for the center backs to the wingers. The Maroons.
And Edwards, 6 assists this year. Has the ability to get up and cross that. You can see from both sides. He's really wingbacks, I would call him, for the Maroons. Getting forward, putting crosses in. We already seen one of them score in Cho.
Well, it shows goal the difference so far. Nearly half an hour into this one in Hyde Park, Chicago. Cal Lutheran, the 2023 national champions. They became the first unranked at the time team in Division III women's soccer to win the national championship. They won every game that tournament, either by 1 goal or on penalty kicks. Chicago have had a lot of recent success. Now 11 tournament appearances in the last 12 years. Still looking for their first championship. 3 more games required after this. Toomey. Press letting up only momentarily. Sprouse running back and forth for the Regals. Naylor for Toomey. Wynn gets rid of it before the tackle. Harrison Caldwell taken down momentarily by Kerrigan and out by Fry. Taken quickly here. Bruntlett interested on Games and a corner.
Move there by Bruntlett to take that, not get it back into a Cal Lutheran player to win that corner.
Baltazar and Fry lining up on either post. Remember, last corner required a goal line clearance. Away by Hazard from the Cho corner. Edwards. Jensen will try and recycle. Finds a pocket of space for the pass. Here's Harrison Caldwell. Harrison Caldwell. Naylor was anticipating a through ball into the box there.
Yeah, decided to go for a goal instead. Probably the smarter play would have been that pass. Naylor wanted space in that behind that back line. Decided to go for goal out of play, and I think I got a reset in defense.
Pretty much the exact spot right there from which Naylor scored the game winner last Sunday against Lacrosse. Here's Cho. Cho on Hazard. Cleared for a throw by Games. Away by Baltazar. Naylor. Taken there by Hackett. And there's Jamie Wynn. Pivot player, the number 6 for Chicago. Here's Cho. Good cut out. Bruntlett. On Games. Throw it. Berkeley Hedgespeth coming in for Cho. Hedgespeth, Outstanding Sprinter Award, Dawson, in track and field in high school. First year from El Cerrito, California. She used that speed to set up the equalizing goal last Sunday.
And she's quick, probably the fastest player now on the pitch
Another
for
tackle
either side.
From Hazard. Think she's related to Aiden Hazard?
I was thinking about that, but I mean, she's a great player. Showed it against that with that Olympico last weekend. We keep talking about it. Just an incredible, incredible goal to really end that game.
It was in the first minute of overtime. To beat the hosts of that regional Trinity. That was after Slaw had been injured, so that it was just such an important goal because the backup goalkeeper was in the game. Quite the story. Regan Keelan made her first career save in the 88th minute of that game. That was all she had to do because of the Olympico winner. Harrison Caldwell. Had some space to run into a few times, and slipping was Bruntlett.
And there's a lot of space between those defensive lines and that midfield lines for Cal Lutheran. Chicago has been able to find it a couple of times, especially when they get deeper in the half. That back line for Cal Lutheran has been so tough to beat.
Baltazar, one-on-one with Hagwell. You have really strong center backs. You can play a back three. Harrison Caldwell. Looking for Bruntlett. First touch there with the chest by Kate Bruntlett. Naylor. Edwards. Against Fry. French, they're defending as well. It's a corner, and French didn't agree.
It was close. Couldn't exactly see who that went off of last.
I was a little surprised in real time. Try not to referee the game from up here. It's tempting.
These Chicago corners have been pretty effective so far. They've gotten close once. Let's see what they can do here.
An outswinger from Annabelle Edwards. Toomey. Well over the top.
She had an open header. She had the opportunity. Just got a little ahead of her. Misread it just a little bit.
Mary Roberts off the bench for the 20th time this season. Sophomore from Utah. And Caitlin Petrikowski in for Cal Lutheran. Both coaches kept the exact same starting 11 from their wins in the second round. They've had fairly consistent personnel this season. Chicago missing Caitlin Gomez from late in the regular season. Jensen taking as much space as she's given. There's Hedgespeth. Look at that speed.
Almost got there from Hedgespeth. You saw the speed from the sprinter. Saw made the right choice. Came out early.
Foul. Like it was given against Sawan. Right in front of the Lutheran bench, who didn't seem to agree. Toomey standing over this one. Right into the box. Bruntlett was nearby. Easy gather then for Kelsey Slaw. Thirty-ninth minute. 1-0 Chicago. Referee wants a conversation with Stephanie Hackett and Mary Stewart Kerrigan here. Suppose they've both been going at it a little bit in the midfield. But it's Ella Cho's goal from a scramble, lifting it into a momentarily vacated net that has the Maroons in front. Chicago hosting the sectional for the first time since 2017. Toomey sliding it forward, hit off by Roberts. Try the right side with Hackwell. Hedgespeth asking for it. There goes Hedgespeth. Fastest player on the field for sure. Oh, and almost able to win that back. Trying to be strong as McMahon. Bryn McMahon does really well.
Great string from McMahon to win that back. Had the opportunity. Hedgespeth did win it back after her errant pass. Just missed the toe to move that ball past.
McMahon knew that if Hedgespeth ran by her, she wasn't going to catch up. French launched in the direction of Baltazar. Away there, Edwards on the left side. Mary Roberts. Bruntlett against the center back, McMahon. Kerrigan. You see someone defending out there. You don't expect it to be the center back.
She was getting high up the pitch. And that really moving into a defensive midfielder role, but just coming out and a good play.
Oh, you might be right there. She's extra games now anyway. And we got a couple of changes. Santoyo for Cal Lutheran. Avery Gallucci started and scored in the first round win against UW Superior last Saturday. Coming in. Santoyo was the second unlikely hero. Or third. You got Hazards Olympico and the backup goalkeeper Keelan. Santoyo scored a goal in the second round with the first shot of her career. Toomey. Shawan laying it off. French hustling over there. Gallucci Senior from Madison, New Jersey, who scored 4 goals this season. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half. French goes in sliding and doesn't get it that time. Here's Harrison Caldwell. Forced to turn back by Hackett.
Smart play there from Harrison Caldwell to slow that one down, allow our team to get out in front.
Wynn was muscled off the ball by Sawan. Forward by Games, headed by Toomey. Falls for Kerrigan. Who stays with it, leaves a player, leaves Santoyo behind her. Hedgesbeth. Hedgesbeth to the byline, trying to cut it back. Games deflected the cutback just enough as Bruntlett was running toward the near post.
Great defense from Gaines to stay in front of Hedgesbeth all the way down. Knew she was going to have to cut back eventually with her getting so close to the byline.
We're just getting started today, Dawson. 2 games today. Of course, the quarterfinal game tomorrow. What do you made of this first half?
Been a lot of U Chicago, but chances for Cal Lutheran with that high press just haven't been able to really make many chances out of it. Have had opportunities winning the ball up, but just haven't been able to break through these center backs for the Maroons. The defense in that defensive shape, which has been so consistent all year long, holding up well so far.
Sprouse nicked Wynn from behind, so the dying seconds of the first half, a set piece for Chicago. Good clearance by Games. 4th official is standing right in front of the clock, so I don't know how much time is left. There it is. The voice of Landon Bundy telling us that first half is over, and Chicago tomorrow. Big crowd in front of us. Chicago in white. They get us underway here the second half. And it is played wide to Mary Stewart Kerrigan. Unable to take it under control. Under pressure from French. Looks like it's a back 4 here for Cal Lutheran as Braxton Grimes drags it away. Goes to Kohler, who's back on. Kohler, Jensen, and Hagwell at the back for Chicago. French, McMahon, Games, and Hazard at the back in a back 4 for Cal Lutheran. Here's Jamie Wynn, a defensive midfielder, all-conference first-team player. The goal scorer here, Ella Cho against Hazard. Cho trying to enter the box. It took a touch off Hazard. It's a corner kick.
An early opportunity for the Maroons to strike early. They're definitely more successful in the second half in terms of scoring goals. 33 of their 57 goals this season have been in the second half.
Yeah, especially last weekend. Excelled after the break. Edwards will deliver an in-swinging corner. Headed away by Games. Work backwards by Kohler. And all the way back from Hagwell to Sasaki. Baltazar is up top now, and this is Jensen in trouble. Able to hold him off long enough. Kohler able to clear. Gabriella Jensen, that excellent center back for Chicago, almost got herself into a little bit of trouble there. As a result of the Cal Lutheran press. which we continue to see. Sorted by French. There's Baltazar, who's a first-half substitute. Back in by Sawan. Headed away by Hackwell. Further clear by Naylor, but nobody up there for Chicago. Harrison Caldwell trying to take it from Sawan, who importantly kept it. Kohler for Cho. Games. Away by Hagwell. It's already better, though, from Cal Lutheran.
Came out at halftime, won that ball back after that corner. I've been on the attack ever since, trying to strike quickly here.
Evenson's cross over the head of Santoyo, who is called for the foul. So Santoyo, another first-half substitute, still on. Evenson and Hackett also attacking players here for Cal Lutheran. Suarez on the bench. Oh, look out, Santoyo!
Oh, man, Sasaki got away with it in the first half. That time, Santoyo so close to equalizing this one. Just couldn't put it on net, but already hope for the Regals.
Wow, Atiana Santoyo mentioned she scored with her first career shot against Trinity in the last game. Would have been quite something if she scored with her second career shot in this game. She nearly did. Evenson against Hagwell. Evenson fires it a low cross. Offside here against Evenson. Hackett. Might have been Sawa trying to get it to her. Oh, what a chance that was, though. A moment ago. Off the turnover for Santoyo.
Just a little lapse from Sasaki. We saw it in the first half. She had, on the other side, she had a very close moment just like that.
It's an important part of what Chicago want to do. They continue to play from the back. I'm sure Cal Lutheran will keep pressing, especially after that. Hackett trying to bring it down. Oh, there is Suarez actually playing a little deeper there for a moment. With Baltazar out in front. Win. Evenson. Hazard sprinting forward from her left back position. Hazard with an early cross. Hagwell! Oh, that could have gone anywhere.
Sasaki made her mind up early. She was going to let that one go all the way through. And again, kind of a questionable decision. Could have just easily ran up and corralled that if you're Sasaki, but let it go through. And another chance for the Regals here.
Hagwell, of course, there defensively. It was Baltazar who got the touch and just could not turn it goalwards. Win. Evenson. Evenson. Sasaki looking up just in case. Already a couple of chances for the Regals in the second half. Better than anything they had really in the first half.
And they keep going to Evenson here on this near side. Down the wing. She's had a lot of space. Just had that one good cross. Bruins have locked her down a little bit more, but gotta be wary.
Evenson scored game winner in the SCIAC semifinal against Claremont Mud Scripps. All-conference first team in the SCIAC. Oh, Harrison Caldwell wins it. Braxton Grimes facing the other direction. Somehow keeps the ball. Kohler. Harrison Caldwell not allowed to turn. Skates away from a couple of tackles. 5 white shirts in front of her in an attacking line. Here's Edwards. Edwards, French there defending. Evenson joins. Edwards tries to turn it past French, and it's cleared away.
Another dangerous tackle there in the box for the Regals.
Yeah, French that time. Very risky going to ground like that, like you said. Evenson. Wynn steps up. Here's Naylor. Clips it up. Kerrigan. Braxton Grimes is in the middle. Harrison Caldwell! Big chance.
She had it, just caught it a little bit out in front of her foot. Didn't get it on the inside, caught it more on the toe. If she gets it on the inside of her foot, it's going on goal to test the law. But just not enough on it.
Braxton Grimes was also hoping for an opportunity alone at the far post. Naylor set that up with a great through ball. There's Naylor. Forced all the way wide. Boise State, former Boise State Bronco, Tessa French. That's a corner. Corner's adding up now for Chicago. Cho will take it.
5th corner of the game for the Maroons.
5 white shirts scattered throughout the penalty box. Kerrigan. Headed away by Hazard. Back in by Kerrigan. Away by McMahon. Edwards. Harrison Caldwell. Cho off balance a little bit. Evenson sweeps it away. Clears it out off Cho for a goal kick. Braxton Grimes. Oh, there's a 50-50-50. Comes back to Braxton Grimes, though. Bagwell has to be careful under pressure from Baltazar. Now Sasaki. Could not get that wrong. Kohler forward. Kerrigan interested.
Both teams, this game's really opened up. Both teams on both ends playing risky games. The Maroons with Sasaki, that back pass under pressure. That time did it right. And the Regals playing that high defensive line, allowing Chicago to come in behind and counterattack.
Cho against Hazard, not for the first time. Ella Cho into the middle, away by McMahon. Crucial clearance by Bryn McMahon. Kohler. Cho into the air. Naylor chasing it to the byline. Shielded by Games. Goal kick.
The midfield for the Maroons have really come alive last couple of minutes, winning the ball back and turning upfield. Wynn, Caldwell, and Naylor, when she drops in, have been pretty successful turning after winning the ball back and getting upfield.
Stop the clock here for Harrison Caldwell to figure out her footwear situation. 33 left in regulation. Alacho's 20th minute goal is the difference to this point. First ever meeting between the Maroons and the Regals. Two very experienced coaches, Amy Reifert and Frank Marino. Naylor bounces off a few players, and it's a throw in for Chicago. Kohler. Into the air by French. Suarez. Only as far as Wynn. Naylor. Slipping it through. Braxton Grimes. Oh, she didn't want to take a touch there. Braxton Grimes it just slid through.
Looks like she made her mind up to try to cut it back and lay off a pass instead of challenging Slaw. Would have been a difficult angle for her.
And now Braxton Grimes in a bit of a tussle there with McMahon. They fight for position. Jensen. Here's Suarez. Evenson in some space to the right. Oh, slipping it through a couple of players. Great pass by Suarez. Evenson, 3 targets in the box. Another crack at it. Deflected just wide off Hagwell. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, Evenson and Hagwell. I don't know if Hagwell needed to get ahead and decided to try and almost guided it in the side netting. But again, Evenson on this near side has been so effective in this second half.
Baltazar's delivery falls in the box. It's Suarez. It's cleared off the line by Annabelle Edwards. Both teams have had a goal line clearance off a corner kick.
And give credit to Lane Kohler in the box, just putting a little bit of influence on Suarez there. I think she really messed up her shot because Suarez was off balance. If she put power into it, that's in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was pretty much point blank range. It was a chance that arrived very quickly, though. It made it difficult. Cho. 4 teammates joining her in this attack. Harrison Caldwell. Bryn McMahon with another tackle. Evenson. This game is opening up. Able to get around Kohler there. Was Baltazar, and a foul, and a yellow card for Kohler. First yellow of the game shown to the right-sided center back for Chicago. Might not have been the worst foul.
No, it was smart. She was tracking back, and if they get past Kohler there, a lot of space in behind and a chance to go on net.
Sawan will deliver with 5 players up near the edge of the 18-yard box. Oh, it skips on through. Evenson unable to get there. Bruntlett on, Toomey on. Braxton Grimes off, Edwards off. And this is interesting, Dawson. I think just like they did in the first half last Sunday, Chicago switches to a back 4.
And interesting to see Braxton Grimes come off as well for Bruntlett, but she was pretty effective when she came off the bench, and same with Toomey. So interesting decision here from Amy Reifert, switching up her personnel so early in the second half.
Bruntlett. This is Harrison Caldwell. Knocks over her defender. When Toomey came on in the first half, it was for Kohler. And Toomey joined the back three, and we'll see if Hazard's okay. She's a little bit slow to get up. A hero from last weekend in Texas, Kira Hazard. Again, scored an Olympico overtime winner. Kira Hazard, in the very first minute of overtime last weekend, the left back for Cal Lutheran, looks like is going to stay in the game. When Toomey came on in the first half, it was for Kohler, and she slid into the back three. Now she comes on for Edwards. Kohler slides over to right back, Hagwell to left back, and Toomey is at center back along with Jensen.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 for the Maroons. Now, instead of that back three they were playing earlier in this half.
Yeah, and that would be Bruntlett up top as the striker. Cho. Kohler. Harrison Caldwell behind Wynn. Picked up by Toomey instead. Jensen. Gabriela Jensen, spectacular first year, All UAA second team. Number 19, center back for Chicago. Kerrigan Shields against Stevenson. Maybe a bit less support on the wings now for Cho on the right and Kerrigan on the left. Now that there is a back four, and the left and right backs might stay at home a little bit more than Edwards would have. Kerrigan on French. Kerrigan turns past her, slips, gets it across. Ella Cho! Ella Cho comes into this game with a goal on the season, and she almost had a brace.
Playing a lot higher up the field now is Ella Cho with this back four. And just like the first goal she scored, cut in, was in the middle of the box and really inches away over the top of the bar.
Cardenas and Fry are in the game for the Regals. Fry is here on this near side on the right wing. Toomey forward. Kerrigan against French. Oh, look at that back heel by Tessa French. And then she takes one into the chest. Senior from Lake Oswego, Oregon. Conference first team, and we never ever speculate when somebody goes down in real time, but from being smacked in the chest and the way she got up, I think it's fair to say she had the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, it looked like it. Was such a hard kick into the chest, was able to block the pass, more importantly.
It's not fun having the wind knocked out of you.
No, it is not.
Harrison Caldwell, clever for Naylor. Naylor going herself against McMahon, trying to turn back. 1-on-2. That's McMahon shielding and holding off for a goal kick.
It was very similar play, how Chicago got their first goal. It was a very chaotic 2-on-1 right next to the byline, just on the opposite side of the field. That time, the Eagles played it right. Were able to win the goal kick.
So now the speedster Hedgespeth comes on to the right wing for Chicago, for Kerrigan. I'm sure we'll see Kerrigan again at some point.
Her and Cho have switched sides now as well.
Jensen gets it clear, and here come the Regals up the field. Kohler against Baltazar, and Kohler able to clear. Flicked on by Sprouse, straight to Sasaki. Sophia Sasaki, senior goalkeeper, only in 4 career starts coming into this year, but she started 18 of Chicago's 19 games this season. McMahon forward and runs into Harrison Caldwell, who's slowly able to get up. Hazard knocks it down in front of Hedgespeth. Sprouse and Kohler pointing opposite directions. And it's the Chicago bench with hands on heads. That tells you which direction the decision went. Edwards will come on for Kohler. So they went to a back 4 when Kohler came off, and it looks, when Kohler at right back, and it looks like Edwards now is going to come in and play left back, so she probably won't get forward as much as she had before. Hagwell over to right back from what it appears right now. Looking for Fry. Sawyer Fry all alone. Unable to take it down, but French from a long way out. French! That was off target, but Sasaki wouldn't have known.
Yeah, Sasaki decided to try and catch that one. It's tough to know when where you're at with your back to goal. Slipped through her hands. That ball cutting through the wind.
Hard to blame Sasaki, I think, right there, but it's a corner, and it's Hazard, and we talked about what she did last weekend with the corner kick. Oh, that one was near the far post. Couple of deflections, and a goal kick as a result.
She was going for it again.
I think it was French there at the far post.
Yeah, she was going for it again. Was aiming towards that far post with the in-swinger. Was either looking for a head or to get it all the way through and off that back post.
Just joining us, we're talking about an Olympico that sent Cal Lutheran directly to the sectional in overtime. We're more than halfway through the second 45. Naylor guilty of knocking over Hackett. Cal Lutheran won the national championship in 2023, but this year was their first conference championship since 2011 in the SCIAC. So they have had a fantastic year. But they need to score the next 21 minutes if it's going to continue into tomorrow.
They've looked like the better side here in the second half. Have definitely had the better chances so far. Need to keep up the pressure. Keep getting forward, down a goal.
Now Lutheran 9-0-1 in their last 10 games. Including those SCIAC tournament games. Here's Naylor. Looking for Hedspeth. If anybody can run onto that, well, nobody could.
That's the right ball forward from Naylor. Trying to break through this back line.
Cho. Naylor wants it. Naylor has to get it out of her feet. It's Naylor!
Great cutback from her. Got it onto her right foot, just right at Slaw.
On it once more. Naylor for Cho. Cho now on this left wing. With Hedspeth on the right back heel. Naylor cuts inside here. Still going, Naylor. Advantage. Harrison Caldwell. And the referee. What's he going to do here?
Looks like he poured into the corner after the advantage was played. It looked like UChicago wanted the free kick. I believe that was Harrison Caldwell that looked right at the referee after she got the ball when Naylor went down, and then saw he played advantage and just took the shot. But they still get a corner.
I think that's exactly what happened. Cho. Caught by Slaw. It's always a difficult one for a referee. Decide what's advantage and what isn't. But I think once you get the shot away, you can't go back anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, Harrison Caldwell looked right at him too. She knew advantage was played.
Suarez and Harrigan. Couple of the attacking stars for both teams back on. It's not had the feel of a 1-0 game. Edwards aware.
Yeah, the Eagles are right there. They're playing for it. They need to keep putting the pressure on, keep stacking the pressure. They have the momentum.
Hedspeth off. Gallucci on. Gallucci and Cho now playing on opposite wings. Actually went to the same high school. At Trinity School in Manhattan. Conceded by Edwards there. Fry wins the corner. And it's going to be Hazard, and she nearly parked the last one into the far left-hand side of the net. Hazard. Leaping to head it away was Jensen. Gallucci, nobody's in front of her. Games is the only player back. Launched onto the baseball field by Hagwell. Sprouse against Hagwell. Headed away by Jensen. Once more by Harrison Caldwell. McMahon. French. French! tipped out of the crossbar. Rebound! Just wide. Cardenas with the follow. And French nearly tied the game with a golazo.
Wow, and cutting through the win again. Sasaki, it looked like she's having just a little bit of trouble reading the ball when it's flying through the air. That's the second time she's leaped up and haven't been able to really get much on it.
I think she got enough on it, though. 5'6". I think she got just a slight touch.
And Cardenas just, instead of going with the body or taking a touch, tried to just head it in. Couldn't put it on net.
Oh. They've been going at it. I mentioned that earlier. Not to brag, Dawson, but I think I predicted this one. Bryn McMahon and Cameron Braxton Grimes.
Yeah, it's been getting a little physical with that back line of the Regals and the front line of the Maroons. Mary Stewart Kerrigan got into it with one of the Regals early in that first half where the referee had to stop and talk to both players.
Carlton Swarthmore coming up next shortly after this one ends. Winner of this plays the winner of that tomorrow. Colucci. Oh, forward and straight into the back of somebody. Here's Harrison Caldwell. Space. Show wanted it a little bit earlier. Win. Kerrigan. Still with it, Kerrigan bouncing back and forth. Kerrigan into the middle. Harrison Caldwell beaten aside by Slaw from this angle. It was hard to tell if that was on target or not.
It was very, very close. I think Slaw knew she had to dive for it.
Yeah, may well have been.
Maroons up a goal, want another. Want to put this game to bed here with this corner.
In by Edwards. Knocked down. Here's Cho. Good touch by Baltazar to clear it away from danger. Into the 77th minute. Well, it shows goal came at the 20th minute. There's been plenty going on, though, in the second half. Cal Lutheran have had several chances to tie the game. Show. Edwards. Harrison Caldwell. A lot of work to do, Harrison Caldwell. No deflection, just a goal kick. 4 changes coming up here. Santoyo, Evenson, Hackett, and 26, that's Maya Blodgett, senior from Belmont, California, in her 57th career game. Edwards. Brought down by Harrison Caldwell. Can Chicago play keep away for 12 and a half minutes?
They're looking like they want to go forward. They definitely want a second goal just to have that one before the end of the game, as they know the Regals are coming.
There's a foul in there. This time there's no advantage to be played. So it goes back for a free kick. I think the answer is no. It's not going to be a keep away situation. Cal Lutheran have had the most chances in this half. to create at least one more. And it goes, headed down by Jensen. Braxton Grimes is the only player up there for Chicago. She doesn't have anybody in front of her here. Wynn is to the immediate left. Braxton Grimes, see how far she can take this against Sawan. Games turns it the other way. Actually, Grimes did well, though. Kerrigan. Harrison Caldwell. Cameron Braxton Grimes. I haven't talked a ton about Lucy Harrison Caldwell in this game. She's all UAA first team. She's been really strong in midfield.
Yeah, her and Jamie Wynn have been really, really solid in that midfield, winning back, being pivot players to then turn in defense in the offense and getting forward.
Harrison Caldwell, junior from Newton, Massachusetts. Her, Wynn, and Kerrigan, the three first teamers of the UAA. And again, talked about how good a conference that is. And Wynn and Harrison Caldwell basically play next to each other. Maya Blodgett forward. Wynn, Harrison Caldwell, Naylor, clever turn. Nowhere to go with it. Braxton Grimes, straight pass. Cho, tackled away by Suarez, won by Blodgett. Into the middle and picked up by Jamie Wynn. Some space here for Kerrigan. Games out to meet her. Blocked. Now Santoyo defending as well. Sprouse with the interception. Launched forward by Sprouse. Toomey racing back. Sliding in goes French. Tessa French just unable to run onto that. Knocked down because of a foul is Harrison Caldwell. Oh, French. It's a right back. Looks like we got to the time of the match where you put your best player up front no matter who it is.
That was the right play. She was very close to getting a shot away. But credit to this back line of UChicago. Cutting her down and really preventing a shot. It was great defense.
Oh, kind of a hefty 50-50 there between Kerrigan and Santoyo. Both a little slow to get up. The free kick went in favor of Cal Lutheran. Into these types of situations, you often see a team take their best player or one of their best players from the back line and throw them up top in this situation, needing a goal. The thing is, these teams are not usually trailing late in the game.
Yeah, and Tessa French, she's been in that back line, had that opportunity right there. Does have 4 goals on the season, so not new to scoring.
Just runs past Evenson. So French is in the front. Looks like Sprouse, who also has 4 goals this season, is going to play next to her for what remains. Cho, Harrison Caldwell. Everyone's looking for a goal to seal this. Jensen dragging it back. Jensen clipped from behind by Sprouse. Free kicks don't stop the clock.
And Jensen fought off 3 tackles from the Regals there. Before the foul, free kick was finally given.
wants to waste some time. Straight to Harrison Caldwell, and she could not link up with Kerrigan. Baltazar in for Centoyo. Subs by Cal Lutheran won't stop the clock either at this point. They're the trailing team. Kerrigan looking for Braxton Grimes. Kerrigan once more. Naylor. Kerrigan for Company. Naylor slips. Pokes it out. Harrison Caldwell pokes it into the Cal Lutheran, to the Chicago bench. Down goes Sprouse. Foul. 85th minute of the match. Chicago 1, Cal Lutheran nothing. Ella Cho's first half goal, the difference. This sectional semifinal match. Edwards. Headed away by Harrison Caldwell. Braxton Grimes goes down. That's a foul. Caught tangled in the feet of Hackett.
Smart play from Braxton Grimes there just to get her body in front. Had really no intention of playing that ball. Just wanted to run interference and was able to win a free kick.
Now we're actually in the 85th minute. I don't think that McMahon realized that was a free kick. Everybody up. Kelsey Slaw, the senior goalkeeper. will launch this forward. Naylor with the header. Sawan forward. Kerrigan lobs it. Braxton Grimes chasing it. Won by Sprouse. To the middle, Cho. Taken down by Harrison Caldwell. Kerrigan. Braxton Grimes. Naylor. Kerrigan gets there. No, she didn't. Urgency is increased now for Cal Lutheran. Sawan forward, Jensen. Baltazar. Far away by Hagwell. Win. Braxton Grimes. Feels like she's exclusively a hold-up player at this point. Out by Sawan.
If you're the Regals, you have to start winning the balls back. Maintaining a little bit of possession. They're just trying to launch the ball forward at the moment and hope to get ahead onto a second ball or get a player into a second ball. Just haven't been able to do so. Running out of time, but still time to have a little bit of possession, build up an attack.
Tara Minawata, junior from Orinda, California. One of quite a few Californians in this game. She's on for the first time. She came on for Braxton Grimes. Naylor prevents the goal kick. That's a smart play by Naylor. McMahon. Another Cal Lutheran throw. I don't think Naylor minds giving up throw-ins in this area. Win call for the foul. Clock stopped momentarily here in the 87th minute. Sawan. Headed forward by Hagwell. Naylor further forward. Now Lutheran just want to get the ball in the attacking half so they can bring everybody forward. Chicago been killing the game for a few minutes now. Here's Cho. All alone, no choice really but to take it to the corner. McMahon, shoulders are off the ball.
That was the only choice Cho had. You're right. Just trying to go to the corner and waste as much time as possible.
Evenson, if she can bring this down. Thought it went off of Edwards. The assistant referee did not. Cal Lutheran fans did. Toomey was in the game. What a tackle there by Toomey on French on the edge of the penalty box. Toomey, of course, who came in as a sub in both halves. Crucial tackle. Goes backwards off show. Baltazar trying to control. There's Toomey once more. Anywhere will do. Minowata wins it. Throw in. Deflected off Sprouse. .75 seconds left. Now the clock is stopped. Chicago trying to take too long with the throw. Naylor. That's good enough. Kerrigan will chase. Slaw forward into the 90th minute. Cal Lutheran, the 2023 champions, trying to stay in the tournament. Evenson. One-on-one with Edwards. Corner! Slaw asking for permission to join, and she will get it. Taken quickly by Evenson. Headed into the air, forward by Games, still alive, Toomey off Games. Seconds ticking down, Sawan wide. That should do it.
Smart defending from the Maroons on that corner into the box. Had to be intelligent not to tackle and create a penalty. That's going to do it.
The Chicago Maroons will play tomorrow.